Hey guys, now you're probably wondering why am I showing you guys just my floor? Or should I say the floor of my man cave? Well, that's because I have someone special I want you guys to meet. Hey, let me just call him. Okay, Optimus, roll in. And there he is, guys. The star of today's video. No, Target Optimus Prime. Let me just get this trash out. There we go. Okay, so first, I'm going to show you guys his vehicle mode. Based off of Laser Optimus Prime from Generation 2, not Generation 1, Generation 2. This Optimus Prime is a Target truck, as you can tell. Now I'm going to show you guys each component and separately. Okay, Optimus, disengage your trailer. You guys can tell. Oh, the trailer has its own stand. Okay, but first I'm gonna start with the trailer, which is Optimus Prime himself. Okay, front end, side end, back end, and other side end. Now you might have noted, as aside from the trailer port here, he also has ports here, 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 and up here. Here, alongside here, and as well as here. Those are for the weapons that come with this set, and or you can use those holes for other weapons in such as let me think, Legacy, a Metal Hawk, if you guys have him, which I do. Or you can go the Titan route and use one of the weapons from Titan's Return figures, like Titan's Return Fortress Maximus. But with all that being said, let's get down to transformation. Now, let's see, how do I do this? I know. Yeah, that's a good angle. That's a good angle. I better do this right. Okay, so the way I do it is by folding out these panels. It's still recording. Nice. And to form the feet. Whoops. Forgot something. Let me fold these flaps out, and then bend the legs. Put these flaps down to form the knees, and of course separate the legs. Flip these two parts up. Move the front part of the trailer are out. Separate these two pieces, and flipping these two panels up might help you if you're not used to transformations, or you're rusty with Transformers like me. Then you turn this whole section around, and so that the grills go like that. Then go back to these two panels to form the connectors for the arms. Fold this out. Fold out the arms like so. Sorry, that a bit frustrating. Take this whole section and just rotate it around. And then just close up the torso. Rotate the arms. Take these parts right here and fold them out. Then use your pinky. Wait, no. Just go like this to pinch this black area. Okay. And this can be a bit tricky. As you... here we go. Just flip out like that. Then close it up. And do the same thing with the other arm. Go ahead and just add these two shoulder pads like so. Position the head out like that. And take this part right here and fold it out. And then close it up, form a jetpack, and there you go. We have Target Optimus Prime. Oh, yeah, this camera's still rolling. Okay. Front side. Left side. Back side. Right side. And there. Okay, now, before we go on to the trailer, alright, I have something to show you guys. Let's see now. You take the figure here and just take... Hold on, I better do this right again. Take the figure and just open his chest. You'll reveal the Target incarnation of the Matrix leadership, which is removable. Oh, but there we go. Gotta really use your fingernails for it. Yes. However, because it's so small, I recommend not removing it. And because if you're not paying attention, and you accidentally drop there's a gremlin who's being hired by the Decepticons will take it and steal it. Wait for Megatron or blah blah blah. Also, if you go to the shoulders and just give him a good tug, you will reveal missile pods. That's for a missile strike. Or just keep them shut and you got barrage lasers. Now come to the legs, you can also take these panels right here on the legs and just open them up for whatever reason. And by the way, 4 more pegs on the back of his legs. Anyway, back to these things. Me, I keep them closed just because of that's how the instructions say. Okay, now put Optimus himself aside, and for now, we'll move on to the trailer. But first, I gotta give a whistle. Here, Bullseye! Here, boy! Good boy. Sorry about that was a bit of a spoiler. Probably Anyway, this we'll take a look at later. And so I'll just set it aside for now. Thank you. Okay, now here's the trailer. Starting with the front side. Right side. Back side. By the way, pay attention to this part here, because this will be important for the next part of the video. Anyway, and left side. Now for the trailer's transformation. But first, Optimus, can you give the command to unlock your trailer? Thank you. If you guys hear any rumbling in the background, sorry, I have clothes that are being cleaned. Anyway, first, take the whole trailer and just open it up. Put this part down. I can't go that far. Take this out to reveal a shield, which can also be used to connect figures with base modes because of these grooves. So, like in that connection, take this whole section up and just pull and set these claws ready, and we have a now-battle platform, like with Generation 1 on Optimus, or a blast, or should I say, battle platform, like with Laser Optimus Prime. I think I'm not sure entirely because I've never actually owned a Laser Optimus Prime. But by the way, more connector ports on Optimus Prime's shoulders. Sorry, Optimus, he was letting me know to get back on hot topic. Back to the trailer. Of course, new ports for weapons and such. And also a weird pet. Right here in the middle of the repair bay. And, excuse me, Optimus. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there are actually some holes on Optimus Prime's feet. Both feet to be two holes per foot. Grand total of 4 holes entirely in his feet. And those are actually something for later on. And however, for now, I want to go to repair probe here. Optimus, may I have your permission and to take command of the repair bay? Hey, for now. Thank you. Okay, now back here. Optimus now giving me authorization, so I'll use it. Repair bay. Let me try that again. Repair mech. Detach. Yep, so you can hang on, gotta do this right again. There we go. Still recording, good. Yes. Now you can, and this can have the repair probe and do all kinds, such as move his arms out, and they, by the way, as the other on ball joints, they can go a full 360. Optimus Prime's arms can also do that, but the shoulder weapons prevent them. The legs can swivel full 360. You see, with his waist, feet can pivot, and his head full 360. Speaking of 360, the repair probe can also do that. Plus, if put it in like so, it makes a decent flight mode, somewhat. However, I'm going to convert it into its actual form, such as the trademark Prime gun of Optimus Prime. So, repair probe, weapon mode. Pretty much put him back into this form, and you got the Prime gun. Now, unlike Laser Optimus Prime, who had an actual double-barrel blaster for this Prime gun, this incarnation of the Prime gun is actually a scanner with 2 blaster barrels. So, going back to Optimus is here, and he can actually hold his blaster, and whoops, hang on. Sorry, the grip is not. However, whoops, I just dropped it. Hang on, I got an idea. Seeing as the fist can move, you can position a hand to get a better grip. But it's gonna be a bit of a hassle. Alright, here we go. In the butt. Come on, probe. Stop being stubborn. Learn and behave. Thank you. Now, Optimus Prime can scan and his bulls scan his partner. Our bullseye. While it's in his. Gift card form. I'll explain why I quote the thing in a minute. Excuse me. Okay, Optimus. And you can. And I'll repair probe to return. I'll just set Optimus aside. Okay. Now for Optimus's gift card. Or bullseye. Here, boy. Here, bullseye. That's a good boy. Being held by that little peg, which can go quite far. And by the way, as you guys saw from the trailer's transformation, that groove allows those bullseye to fit. And I'm sure he could just fit in these rectangle slots, or on the ports here in the trailer. However, I prefer those grooves. The answer is much. However, before we go any further, I want to bring in some blaster effects. And these are the blaster effect piece that came with Legacy is Magmatron. And by the way, the most toughest transform in my collection. And so, yeah, I will sadly be not doing a review of him. Sorry, Magmatron. This is because I'm rusty with transforming, and I actually never transformed a 3-in-1 on Transformer. But I'm slowly getting used to it. However, transform Magmatron on camera, that will be much more difficult for me. Anyway, back to the video. Take these and just plug them into your probe here. And now it looks like he's firing at Decepticons. However, I still got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I have more pieces. Add to the 2. And a pair make 7. I can also kind of put the blaster effects on the supports or those little rectangles. It's a tight fit, but the barricade go down. However, I prefer to keep it like this because I don't want them to break. You can install your blaster effect piece using those ports or rectangular pegs. Makes to make it look like energon crystals, or for much more powerful attacks against your Decepticon figures. And as you can, some like energon crystals, or dark energon crystal. Those like in Transformers Prime. Oops. In order. Anyway, you can use these like dark energon crystals like in Transformers Prime or War for Cybertron. I almost have regular arm blaster effect. But the toy that, or should I say, the toy that had got stolen. And when I was shopping them, anyway, back to Bullseye here. Front, back, top, bottom, right side, left side. Now it's true. To humans, he looks like a gift card. However, to me, I prefer to call it an armored shield. Okay. Yeah. To be honest, yes, Transformers have no business going into Earth stores, or somewhat. But if they wanted to a certain degree, I think. But in the world of Transformers, yeah, I would definitely call this an armored shield. A modern day, a version of Ravage, Laser Beam, Rumble, and all the other cassettes. Whoops. But I don't want to waste my tablet's batteries. Either way, now, time for our transformation. Okay. Hey, Bullseye, it's your time to shine. Transform. Don't worry. Hey, Bullseye, you can do it. Now, the way I do it, by starting with his rear legs, just out like so. And doing the same thing, the other legs, and he'll a nice bump, and his pegs are supposed to peg into the notches in his front legs, but the one is being a little picky. Anyways, for the front legs, just pull them out and they lock into place, sort of. And push them down. And put the front legs into this little position. Then let's take this whole rear section and just fold it around. And same with the legs, and put the whole thing like this, and just put your thumbnail, trust me, it'll be way easier, and put it here, and let's flip out the head. Good, Bullseye! Gotta position him into a good position so he can stand. And right. There we go. Good, Bullseye. I knew you could do it. You're a good dog. Yes, you are. Anyway. Front. Side. Back. Side. Anyway, this version of Bullseye is based off of Ravage. And because, yeah, for some reason. And some Transformer fans have actually mistaken Ravage for a dog for some reason, even though it's supposed to be a panther. But whatever. Anyway. Now for other accessories, you of course have this shield, which can be used to connect with other base forms. For me, I see it as something else, because, yeah, you can notice that little port there, and of course on the arms, has some hole. There's one hole per arm. And it actually has a perfect fit. And so that, can be used as a shield. And this back hole on Optimus Prime's back can be used for repair probe, and for when Optimus needs some extra firepower in vehicle mode, or it can link up with Optimus in his robot mode. However, now going back to that little peg in the middle of his repair bay, I actually have another idea for it. Now this actually involves Bullseye going back to its alternate mode. And so just give me a sec. There we go. And now, this is not in the instructions, and nor is this a fan mode. But seeing as Optimus has the tendency to combine with his trio to form a third mode, such as a super mode involving Power Master Optimus Prime, or any other third form. However, for this, it's going to be a flight mode, which involves power linking with Bullseye. Alright, so, with all that being said, let the transformation begin. Okay, Optimus. Let me show how much you got. Now the way I do this third mode is by having both his arms in this kind of position, and like so. Open the missile pods. Open these right here. And position in Optimus' body. Like so. Wait. Yeah, like so. Sorry, haven't quite rehearsed this. Take bullseye and flip out that peg you saw, and power link or connect into one. The hole was on Optimus forming a shield. I prefer to do it with this shoulder because, yeah, all the other ports, that's a bit of a chat. Well, do it. It would have been able to link it up with this is peg right here. Oops. Sorry then. But it's not quite suitable for the transformation. Plus, it actually is better. Or like that. Then take the shield and into here. So, there we go. Take repair probe and transform him into his weapon mode and attach to his forearm. Then take the trailer and I really gotta do more experimenting on this. But oh well. So this is actually painful. Anyway, on with the transformation. I just use those holes in Prime's foot with that peg. I turn the Optimus Prime's / repair bay into a hoverboard, and here we go. And we have Optimus in. Whoops. Gotta keep those struts out. Anyway, now we have target Optimus Prime in his legendary third mode, which is a flight mode, in which his repair bay becomes a hoverboard. Because, yeah, I've noticed these little spots right here in the back of the trailer. They actually do look like thrusters, so here we go. You can have yourself a decent super mode, or third mode for Laser Optimus. Why do I keep... target Optimus Prime in the form of a flight mode. Only problem is there's not... Can't really change with the head. Yes, so... yeah, there's... Or no masks with this set. And so... yeah, it's gonna be... It's a bit problematic, but oh well. Now, of course, he can still use his jetpack for solo attacks. Now I let's convert and bulls and like this. Whoa! Like just flat. And you know what? I think. Hang on, I think I got a brainstorm. You know what? That actually... It looks better. Well, apparently...
Yeah.
Hang on. Sorry about that, guy. That's my roommate. Just informed me of food... I have a little visit next to the food pantry. But hey, I think I finally figured it's something that it seems that bulls it is actually a triple change. And comes as a another prime gun. Don't know why I never thought. Oh yeah, because Bullseye. In this case, is a minicon, and I'm gonna say it's alright. And yeah. When I got this, it turns out that Optimus was thought to be the last one in the store, so he's been his box or his stasis pod for quite some time. But now at long last, he's finally got all his energy back. So, woo! And by the way, and Bulls has sent me a telepathic message saying that this is actually not the it is the repair probe. This is actually just a new weapon called the Bullseye Blaster. But still, it's a good legendary third move for Optimus. And it looks like, thanks to the Target incarnation of the Matrix, Target Optimus is now fully restored. His powers are now back to full. And now we can see universe from the Decepticons. So, with all that being said, I'm gonna call this video concluded. So, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next Friday. Now, Optimus, you have anything to say? Hey, before we conclude officially? He says, freedom is the right of all sentient beings. And as for the Decepticons, near my house, and you're done for. Alright, and no stealing from Target or else. Are we clear? Cool.